If you would like to know why the military plans on adopting the 6.8, or at least purchasing a bunch of those rifles, I think I have the answer for you. A topic I thought of while I was reviewing this video, getting ready to make sure it was good for editing. Why in the holy hell is the military thinking about adopting the 6.8? Now, the answer they give on paper is not the right answer. That's BS, because I know enough about ballistics to know that's BS. So the answer they give on paper is to defeat this mystical Russian armor. Okay? So, what do we got currently, not counting the 6.8, for AP ammunition? Well, we got M993, that's 308. Now, I believe this is good enough to defeat our normal level 4 armor. I haven't seen it tested, so I don't know for sure. Then we got 308 AP. Now, this is a Sable round. I don't know the military designation for it. But it defeats level 4, that's military-grade armor, at 150 yards. Not only can it do that, I'll run a link to this guy's channel in the description. I watched him shoot through almost 2 level 4 vests. It went through one, slid right through it, and then shattered the ceramic in the second one. That's how good that is. Now, this does have logistic problems. The Sabots weren't that stable and they like to come apart, but that's nothing we couldn't have fixed if we would have worked at it. And then we got M995. That's 223 AP ammunition, which I'd have to double check the videos, but that has no problem sliding through military grade armor. So to say that the 6.8 is designed for military grade armor is ridiculous, because we already have that. Now, what is the difference between the ATF's version of AP ammunition and the real version of AP ammunition? Well, the ATF considers M2 AP, it's the M1 Grand Black Tip, as AP ammo. It considers M855 A1 AP ammunition. It considers that new 6.8 cartridge AP ammunition. Unfortunately, these have very soft cores. It's just mild steel. Real AP ammunition uses tungsten carbide, which would be these right here. Very, very hard. We're talking somewhere in like the 70 RC, where these are rated somewhere in the 40. That's barely half as hard as you need to be to actually be AP ammunition. So what can these do, or I should say, what can these do that these absolutely can't? These absolutely cannot take down, and yes, that's including the new 6.8 and the new M855A1. These can absolutely not take down military grade armor. What they can do is take down the armor most civilians wear, which is level 3+. That's just a steel plate. It doesn't have the ceramic in it. The reason civilians usually don't go with the ceramic is because it's got a shelf life. And if you go with thicker level 3+ steel, it gets too heavy and then it's just not wieldy. Generally speaking, most people go with level 3+, because that will stop anything out there, except for these cartridges right here. Or M855, I almost forgot this one, XM193, coming out of a 20-inch barrel at point blank range. Other than that, your standard civilian armor cannot stop this stuff. Your military armor can stop all this stuff, but it can't stop this stuff. So we are looking at a projectile basically designed for civilian armor, because we already have projectiles that can take down military armor without a problem. It's not even a sweat. So the implications behind this are actually the reason with the BA Shredder project, because clearly they know something I don't. So I'm also designing a rifle that can take down civilian armor, but I'm not worrying about military armor. Now, if they were to take that 6.8 and actually put a tungsten steel tip in there, yeah, it'd be a different story. But why? We already have 308 and 5.56 ammo that already has the tungsten tip tungsten steel tip, because when it comes to armor defeation, there's only two factors. One is velocity. The second one is the materials the tip is made out of. So we'll put an M. That's all that matters. The 5.56 definitely has the velocity, and we can definitely run tungsten tips. It doesn't matter. Kinetic energy is irrelevant. That's outside the bubble, because this doesn't matter. Because a 12 gauge has exponentially more kinetic energy than a 5.56, and a 12 gauge, hell, that can be stopped by soft armor. A 5.56, because it's got the velocity, it slides through most armor. So, they have designed or are procuring a rifle specifically for civilian armor. And I believe that they went with that particular one because it's got the velocity and the ballistic coefficiency to hold the velocity needed for defeating civilian armor past 100 yards. And let's face the facts. Military ammo always finds its way on the civilian market. So if they just started buying up AP ammunition, like your M993 or your 308 Sable or your M995, if they put in a strong order to have that manufactured, it would ultimately wind up on the civilian market. Or with the 6.8, when that ammunition and that rifle ultimately winds up on the civilian market, it doesn't matter to them because it still won't touch their body armor. However, it will most definitely defeat civilian body armor. So I just had to throw that out there. Again, don't forget to subscribe.